Welcome to the bus. Today is the day before Easter for all those who celebrate. I guess I don't even actually know what day it is. Oh, shit. So, I am really grumpy today. I'm really stressed out. And so I don't know, I've just got a lot of tensed up anxiety, and part of it is I maybe didn't sleep well, and part of it is I just hurt today, but I feel ridiculously overwhelmed. And I say that, and I don't want it to come off as complaining, because I feel really lucky about having this opportunity of even doing this project, and it's hard to allow yourself to grumble when you feel that you're really lucky. I don't know, at least for me. But anyway, there's all this little stuff that has to get done. And I'm just having a really hard time getting myself motivated enough to actually do them. And I feel like I'm so close to being able to live in the bus, because that's the goal, is I just want to get so I can at least start moving some stuff in. I can start sleeping here, start introducing the pups. Because I need my own space really bad. As wonderful as my dad and his wife have been letting me stay in their basement, I'm tired of sleeping on a futon. I'm tired of kind of feeling like I'm in people's way. I need my own space, and I need this to get done. Which normally it's fine. It's just today I feel really stressed out. So, and on days, a lot of times, the way I work, I have to kind of organize mentally what I'm going to do for a day, and that makes it easier to actually complete the task. And sometimes when that doesn't work out, I can't do a particular thing. I just, for whatever reason, it's raining, so I can't cut metal outside, or it's windy, I don't know. Rain has been the biggest thing. I can't take the tarp off until I take the windows out, reseal them, paint the ceiling. God, yeah, I just have so much to do. But so I have to mentally prepare myself. And today it didn't go the way that I thought it would this morning, so that's put me in this really negative mind space that I have to get out of. And it also makes me feel like a complete ass, because so my dad had offered to come help hang the ceiling. You can see there's one panel that's up so far, because it's really difficult to do that by yourself. I can do it by myself. It's just a lot nicer to have help. And so during the week, I took the 4x8 1/4-inch plywood sheets that are going to be the ceiling, and I trimmed them down so that they would sit in between the furring strips. Let's see if I can point furring strip to the furring strip on this side. It would sit just above those, because if I left them at the full length, it was too much of a curve, and the plywood started to buckle a little bit, because it's just cheap 1/4-inch plywood. But so I cut those down, and then I treated the backside with some paint primer sealer stuff that inhibits the growth of mold, just in case any moisture were to get up between the ceiling panel and the vapor barrier that's on the ceiling. Anyway, so I had these all set up, and I'd even tested one, and it worked great. And the thing you have to remember is nothing is square in the bus. So when he came over to help, turns out most of the panels are about 1 inch too long. And so it didn't go up. And so my dad, being awesome and helpful, is like, well, let's just stack these up. We can cut them right now, and then we can put them up. But mentally, I hadn't prepared for that step of, cutting 1 inch off and then putting them up. And so instead of just doing that, I was like, I'll just do other stuff today, and we'll work on it tomorrow. Which is dumb. It wouldn't have taken me that long to cut the panels and put them up, and utilize the help that my dad was offering. But instead of just going with the flow, I get all flustered by it and, you know, basically say, I've got it today, you go do your thing, I'll use your help tomorrow. Which now I realize is a complete dick move. And I don't know why I was so stressed out by it and couldn't just change the gears in my head to do this one extra step. And maybe part of it's like energy management. I knew it's going to take energy to, you know, trim all the panels, and then it's like, after that's done, do I still have the energy to hang everything up? And I'm sure I would have. But yeah, I don't know, sometimes I'm just can't handle being around humans, I guess. I don't know. So there's a lot of little shit that has to happen, and that I'm realizing like has to happen in particular orders, which is also really frustrating. So like the windows, I'm taking out all the windows and resealing them. But a lot of them is not easy to take them out because I have to chisel out the old sealer that's there. And so that I get annoyed that it's taking so long, and so I am like, I start to wonder, like, maybe I should just leave them in if they're so good, you know, so well sealed. What if the seal I put in is worse than this seal? But it's all old stuff. Like, it really is better to just take it out and do it. But, you know, when you're using up your spoons for the day, or you're trying to manage your energy for the day, sometimes you want to take shortcuts, and I shouldn't take shortcuts. I have to do things the right way. But that also means that I'm going slower, which is also frustrating me, because I want to get in the bus, you know. But anyway, so the windows have to get done. As soon as the windows are done, I can go around and seal them all, and then if I have a streak of nice days, I can put up the seal on the seams, and then actually paint the bus with the bus coat, the elastomeric paint that's gonna make sure we don't have any leaks that are coming from the ceiling seals. So I've got that to do. I was gonna do framing up the walls, and then I realized that the radiator hose on the driver's side that went back to the heaters, you know, that runs along the floor too, so that moves where the 2x4 goes. And so now, instead of 2x4s on that side, I need to do 1x4s as the base to leave a channel for the radiator hose. And then I'm like, oh shit, I need to put the heaters back in then relatively soon, so I'm framing around them. Oh shit, that means I actually have to clean them and make sure they're functional. And then I have to put them back in. There's just so many little things that it's just like absolutely maddening. I need to cut the holes on the outside for the power and the water inlet so I can get that stuff started. Having power in here besides the extension cord would be really nice, because at that point I can put my computer in here, which means when I get stressed out I can do computer stuff instead of just sitting here and playing Ascension on my iPad and grumbling, you know, quietly to myself. Sometimes I grumble loudly to myself as well. Yeah. And then when the ceiling's up, you know, I gotta come up with something for the sides. I need to deal with where am I gonna put the lighting. I need to deal with that pretty soon. I need to put the framing up for the bathroom and for the shower. I need to finish the bed frame. Yeah, it's just crazy. There's just so much stuff to do. I saw a sign once that said if schoolies were easy, everyone would have one, and I almost think that that's true. But I feel bad complaining, because I'm really lucky to be able to be doing this. It's just sometimes some days are more stressful than others. So anyway, so that's Jen's stressed out update for the day, rambling about buses. I love my bus. I love the Genterprise. I feel like I'm so close yet so far away from being where I want to be. We'll get there. It's gonna be okay. As always, remember I have a GoFundMe set up, the Genterprise. I could use some money. I'd like to get some little jack lifts that go under the bed for the bed frame, so that I can lift up the bed frame to get to the storage underneath. I need new like foam sealant around the rear door. I need like 6 gazillion tubes of caulking for the windows. I yeah, there's a lot of little needs that add up. So, feel free to help out in some way, if you have the money and so choose. And yeah, I guess that's all I'm going to say today. Okay, bye guys.